Welcome back to the Real Talk. I'm your boy, Raider Joe, aka Knee to the Face. Anyways, I'm coming back at you from last night's game against the Chargers. Win or go home. Last game of the season, prime time, Sunday night football. Win or go home. And we pulled out a win. I mean, it took a lot. It shouldn't have been that hard. It shouldn't have been that exhausting. It shouldn't even have gone to overtime, but we still did it. We still pulled it out. But I want to talk about this game and also what's going to possibly or what should happen against the Bengals in the wild card playoff spot next week on Saturday. So here we go. So first off was the defense. The defense, more so Max Crosby, played out of his mind. He didn't take a snap off. It seemed like. I mean, this guy was on fire. He had a motor that just didn't stop. I'm pretty much sure that he knew that he had his guy beat and he was excited and he knew he was going to change that game so much. As soon as we figured out how to cover Austin Eckler, we kind of sealed them up and kind of bottled them up from doing whatever they wanted to do like they did the first game. Kind of had Divine Diablo all over the running back. Kind of sealed them up, bottled them up, and kind of kept them in place where you need to be. But we can't take away the fact that Max Crosby kind of disrupted their whole game plan. They were frustrated, they were annoyed, they were tired, they were spent. Hats off to Max Crosby. He played one hell of a game. Not only him, but Darius Philon. He stopped the run pretty well in some key spots there. He got himself injured. Hopefully we can change that mentality coming next week against Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is a better running back than Eckler overall, and we need to be able to stop the run. And now that Philon's not here, collectively or someone needs to step up in his place, and that's a game-changing moment right there because they love to run on Joe Mixon and then let Burrow kind of take his shots here and there. So, that's the identity of that division more so, and then that's the identity of the Bengals themselves. So that would be one of my key stopping points, is actually stopping Joe Mixon. The same type of defense needs to come out like they did this week against the Chargers, against the Bengals. I mean, theoretically, the Bengals and the Chargers are very similar in offense, very close. And if we had the same game plan, besides giving up 15, 17 points that we were ahead on, we should win this game. But then again, it's the Raiders versus the Raiders more so than the Bengals. And you know what I mean when I say that. My other problem with the defense is the lack of aggressiveness with the defensive backs. We're more so playing not for the big play and not challenging balls enough. Yeah, we're swatting balls away here and there, but we're not totally being aggressive when the ball is coming towards the wide receiver, or when the ball is coming, you read and react, and then you attack the ball. We're more so waiting for the ball to get caught and making sure they don't get the first down. Yeah, Casey Hayward got an interception. That was more so on Max Crosby. Max Crosby hit Herbert's hand. The ball kind of, fluttered in the air, and then Hayward intercepted the ball. And again, we just intercepted it. We didn't make a play with it. We got to be more playmakers on the defensive back end rather than waiting on the defensive line to make a play. The defensive line is not going to always be able to make a play. These defensive backs that I totally rely on, like Casey Hayward, I rely on, say, a Trayvon Mooreg. Those two guys need to make plays. You have Faison, you have Levette on the same side. You saw that all last night. They were totally picking on those two because those two are the most suspect of two players on that defensive back side there. And also the linebackers can kind of be iffy here and there, but it was more so Faison and Levette. Levette, he played pretty decent, but he's not like, the greatest safety in the world. I really wouldn't have him out there. I really would like to see Gillespie more out there so we can make plays on the actual ball. rather than just stopping them before, converting. They converted a lot for the defense that we play. They converted a lot of 3rd and 4th downs for the defense that we play. So if that's not working out, you need guys to make some chances, actually go after the ball and get some turnovers, frustrate that offense. You get inside of Burrow's head, it's going to be a difficult day when you got Max Crosby coming off the side every time, and then you're knocking down balls or you're intercepting balls or causing fumbles. And that's the big difference there. And we've been very low. I think the worst actually on turnovers. So hopefully that can change in the playoffs. All right, so now on to the offense. And the offense in general, Derek Carr played like a general. Him and Hunter Renfrow's connection is second to none. Those two are on the same page and very, very in sync there. These two can be unstoppable sometimes. It seemed like they were forcing the ball a lot to Waller. He hasn't been back in 4 or 5 games, so yeah, he's a little bit rusty. And I had some problems with the other play calling. The play calling with Mariota, it seemed like Derek was off on his timing a bit. A couple of passes and a couple of red zone passes that were very key in the game that could have put this game away. He let the ball sail a couple of times, and I think that was due to the Mariota package. Don't get me wrong, I like the Mariota package, but at certain times, you're doing it throughout the whole game. It's kind of messing with his sync. His sync with the game, his feel of the game, the touch of the ball and everything like that, actual having the timing. I mean, it's cool on 3rd downs. It's cool in the red zone when you can't really get anything done, but randomly doing it on 2nd down is kind of questionable, and you kind of tone off a little bit on it. I mean, it's kind of being predictable at times because they won't even let Mariota throw the ball. He's going to, do an RPO or do the Wildcat, and that's not working out too well. I mean, he got stopped on the red zone, which led to a field goal. Shout out to Daniel Carlson. He won the game once again. I mean, there's no shame in that. He won the game once again. Without him, we probably wouldn't have won the game, to be honest with you. But despite that fact, we could be so much better on offense if we just let Derek kind of get into a groove rather than keep on playing back and forth with quarterbacks. I mean, yeah, the goal line makes more sense. 3rd down, you're having a little bit of trouble. Yeah, that makes more sense. But to have him in on random moments of the game, I don't see the point of it. Let Josh Jacobs do his job. Now going on to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is a straight warrior, if you ask me. He's been dealing with a rib issue. We're yet to know what exactly is going on there. But, I mean, we saw it last week where he literally was crawling out of the game, and then a couple plays later, he would be back in the game. And just like this week, he put the game on his back. And I hear so much flack about, oh, we shouldn't pick up his 5th-year option. We shouldn't re-sign him. This guy has been battle-tested. There is no other running back in the league that stays consistently healthy throughout the year and doesn't get injured. I mean, of course, a running back is the most physical position on that offense. They see the ball every play. They get hit every play. If it's either blocking or running the ball, they're getting hit every play. That's what Drake was brought in for, so Josh Jacobs wouldn't get hurt. But Drake went down, and now Josh Jacobs got hurt. But he still went out there and ran for over 130 yards and I think 2 touchdowns. That's crazy. I mean, for a guy that's beat up, imagine if he was healthy. But this guy is willing to do whatever it takes to win ball games for the Raiders, and we hear fans constantly bashing on him, and it makes no sense. You guys constantly stick up for Derek Carr, even though he's making obvious mistakes. You got a guy that's bashing his head through a wall and will continue to do it as long as you ask him to, and you don't want him here anymore. The same people. It doesn't make any sense. But go figure, we're Raiders fans. I don't particularly see the Bengals stopping our offense. I only see us stopping ourselves by bad play calling and just stupid mistakes. We were kind of flawless when it came to like Leatherwood wasn't going off sides as usual. Not too many holding calls, but we had dumb play calls. We can clean those up. That shouldn't be too bad. I think it's more us against us when it comes to offense. So don't get beat too bad on defense, and the offense, just do your thing. Create havoc as far as like the separation they got yesterday with having Waller, Jacobs, Renfro, and Jackson on the field was insane. The defense, and they have a good defense. The Chargers have a great defense. They didn't know who to cover because so many people are going, certain ways. They didn't know who to respect. So it's very dangerous having these guys healthy and on the move. And when they're clicking, they're clicking. So let Derek, sit back in the pocket and cook like he usually does, and then have your best players on the field. I don't see anybody beating us as far as the Bengals. This game is only focused on the Bengals, obviously. I don't see them beating us. We are the only ones that would beat us with stupid mistakes and stupid play calling and letting the moment be bigger than what it really is. Yes, it's just another game and it's the playoffs, and you got to be flawless when it comes to the playoffs because they want to move forward just like you do. It's not a regular game. It's win or go home. So, Raiders, it's win or go home, and that's just the ending segment of all this, win or go home. But tell me what you think, guys. Tell me how you think this next game is going to actually turn out for the Raiders. Do you think something else needs to be changed? Do you think that play calling needs to go a different way? Do you think the defense needs to go a different way? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe so I can continue to make content like this. Thank you for your support, and I'm out, Raider Nation. Peace.